And we're live.
Okay, so I want you guys to come standing up. Now, the way we figure out right and lefts on the reformer apparatus is when your body is behind the foot bar, this is the foot bar. When you're behind it, looking at it, it's your right hand side. So everyone figure out which one is their right hand side. Yuppers. Good. Now, in classical, you always mount. You mount, you dismount. There is no just getting on the apparatus and sitting laissez-faire waiting for your instructor. This is how class starts. And you're like that until the instructor comes in. And in a classical studio in Toronto or New York or BC, if you're sitting down and the teacher comes, they might just say, get the hell out of here. Right? Depending on how strict they are, because it's like classical ballet. Now, you want to stand diagonal away from the foot bar so that your left butt cheek would be over the springs. You're going to genie style your arms. You're going to cross your right foot over your left, and you're going to tilt down so that you come onto the reformer butt first, and then you position yourself onto the reformer. Good, now get up and do it again, and this time let's be in our abs. Genie style your arms, cross right foot over left, slide down an invisible wall, get your left butt cheek over the springs, and use your core to slide down into position. Center your box on the reformer. Your box is your shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip. Put your arms nice and long on the carriage. Balls of the feet on the foot bar. The balls are where the toes meet the sole. In fundamentals, which is not beginner, but that's what people think, in fundamental repertoire, the distance between your toes is 1 fist. So when I say heels together, toes apart, you want a fist distance between those toes. You can come in a little bit. Good, so you have a fist distance between your toes. Heels are together in a Pilates V, but your knees have got to be in line with your hips and your shoulders. So you can't frog out on me. Okay? Arms are nice and long. Some of your headrests are down. They shouldn't be. They should be in the middle groove or all the way up. So make a correction if your headrest is down. I should have cued that. I just made an assumption that they were already set up. Arms are nice and long on the bed. For those of you that have been on contemporary machines, this bed is so long and it's hard, and that's what you want, okay? Hug the heck out of your heels. Take a deep inhale and press into your toes and send the carriage all the way up to the wall. Exhale, hug the heels and come home. Inhale to press. Exhale, release. Inhale to press. Exhale, release. A little faster. Inhale to press. Exhale, release. Inhale to press. Exhale, release. You have 4 for flow. What are you thinking about? The wrap of the toes. Make sure your arms are nice and long, pressing down into the carriage bed. Feel the elongation of the spine as you glide forward and in and out. You have 1 more. All the way out and come all the way in. Let the carriage kiss the stopper at the front. Bring your knees into tabletop position. Hover there. This is not a classical transition. This is a Shona thing. When I put people into tabletop like this, it's because they will change foot position with an open carriage. You are never allowed to have the carriage out and switch your feet. Don't do it, you'll get injured. So if you ever see me do this in a class, it's because people aren't listening or because I know who's in class and I need to control them. Right? So I do it on purpose, but it's nice to have in your teaching pocket. So from toes, we go to arches. Land the middle part of the foot on the foot bar. Now you'll feel with this classical foot bar, or I mean modern classical, you can actually drop the heels under. You can feel it differently. You are a 45-degree wrap over with the toes, 45-degree hug under with the heels. Arms are nice and long. Inhale, send the carriage all the way up. Exhale, draw it home. Inhale to press. Exhale, release. We inhale to press. Exhale, release. You have 5 more for flow. Don't lock the knees. Keep the heels digging under that foot bar. 3, 2, and 1. Draw the carriage safely all the way home. Bring your knees into tabletop position. Dorsal flex the feet, getting ready for heels. Land the heel, the meaty part of the heel on the foot bar. Toes stay perfectly straight. Send the carriage all the way up with your inhale. Exhale, draw home. Inhale to press. Exhale, release. Inhale to press. Exhale, release. You have 4 per flow. In classical teaching, you will learn this in philosophy. You set up the repertoire, you name the repertoire, you set up 3 or 4 reps, and then you tell them go for flow, and you shut up and you give them a correction. Keep your toes perfectly straight to the sky. Do not let them follow you in and out. You have 1 more. And draw the carriage all the way home. Bring your knees into tabletop, preparing for tendon stretch. Point the toes, land the tips of the toes on the foot bar. In tendon stretch, heels are hugged, high, and lifted from the beginning. Send the carriage all the way out and stay there. Lower the heels under the foot bar, lift the heels high, bend the knees, and close the carriage. All the way up. We lower the heels, lift the heels, bend the knees, close the carriage. All the way up. We lower to lift, bend to close. 2 more like that, then I'm going to teach you a thing. Last one, all the way out. Lower to lift, bend to close. Now go all the way out. Lower the heels, lift the heels, and stay high. I don't want the carriage to move until it absolutely must. Bend the knees as high to the sky as you can without the carriage moving. Scoop the abs, tilt the pelvis, scoop the abs, and then you can draw the carriage home. So in tendon stretch, when we say lower lift, bend to close, it is a bend first and then a close, okay? And you get that from the scoop. Very nicely done. In classical, that is your footwork. There are no pulses. We can do variations, and I will teach you variations on course, but for your exam, that's her. That is footwork. Toes, arches, heels, tendon stretch. Clean. And it stays that way. And that's the warm-up. Okay? Now, I want you to bring your knees into tabletop position. We are doing our 100 on full spring load. It is classically okay. We could drop down to 2 springs. We'll talk about it on lecture. Reach behind for your straps. Yeah, so these guys are in a different position. They're on hooks behind.
Oh yeah, I always forget it.
We will be doing it on long strap. Could we convert to handheld? Of course we could. Arms are nice and long to the sky. Thumbs are on the outside of the strap. Do not move fast. You are on heavy springs. Inhale. As you exhale, curl your chin to your chest. Peel yourself up into an ab curl. Anchor your hands at your hips and just reach your hands nice and long. You're just anchored. That's it. You're going to look at your cute little belly button. This is the 100 on the reformer. Lengthen your legs all the way out. Begin to pump your hands up and down at your hips. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Now, I want you, for the sake of today, to keep pumping your hands, but bring your knees into tabletop. In fundamentals, it is more than acceptable to leave your clients in tabletop. Of course it is. How hard is it to get straight legs over the foot bar? You've got heavy springs and your lines of pull are lower. It is a vigorous pump up, 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 up. The breath is important. I want us all to breathe together. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3. I want to hear it. Inhale, 2, exhale. Inhale, 2, exhale. Now just stop pumping the hands. Make sure the arms are in at the side. Bend the elbows and lower the head. In classical, you will always go from footwork straight into your 100. The only nuance is springs and converting, can I see one of these guys? Converting this guy to a handheld strap. See, now she's your short strap.
Oh.
So if you've ever been on a contemporary where they've got big straps and little straps, you can do the same right here, not on yours, because that's a different one. Okay? Big different straps, that's all. So far, so good? Toes to the 100. Now this is where it can get a little nuanced. I believe, according to what I've been taught, then we can go into feet and straps or supine arm series. I'm going to teach you supine arm series. Springs are too heavy. So hang up your straps on the hooks behind you. In classical, you never sit up. You are always in your core. It's okay if they fall off.
Okay.
You are going to listen to me. You will rock yourself up into seated, spinning to the right. Feet don't touch the ground. Your left hand, your inside hand, will offload the middle springs. You will stay on 2 outside grabs. So just the middle, guys, offload. And then you will come lying down, using your core, rolling down bone by bone. Very nicely done. Think teaser, right? And reach for your straps. Where's your ace? It's because there's no poles, right? These little hooky guys.
They're hard to find.
They are hard to find. Moving on to supine arm series. In classical, we always name the repertoire. What appendage is in this name?
Supine.
Supine is the position. What appendage? Arms. So what are we working? What are the arms connected to? That's it. So shoulders, but the back. And that's why supine, you're lying down. So you've got to think about, why do we name things in classical? Because we understand structured flow by Joe, right? Which you'll learn. So I want you to think about the connectivity. Reach the arms nice and long. Legs are in tabletop position. Press the hands slowly down towards the carriage. Keep the head nice and down. You're just reaching the hands. Reach, reach, reach. Now here's the trick. The fingers grow nice and long as you resist all the way up. Push into me, grow long fingers all the way, and then it stops at 90. It is straight arm. Inhale, exhale, press all the way down. Resist fingers all the way up. And keep your head down for the whole series. You don't need your abs. Press all the way up. Push into me, push into me, push into me. Grow your fingers longer. Keep hold. You guys can't let go of me. You have 5 in straight arm. We will talk about the breath and the connectivity to the breath. Some of you from that will understand it. Some of you are learning it. It's all relative. What you're thinking of is, as the hands come up, those fingers grow longer, 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 longer. Do one more. Lengthen the fingers all the way up to the ceiling. Stay there. Don't let them come past the shoulder blocks. Drop your elbows onto the carriage. Hug your arms into your ribs. Tricep press. Inhale. Exhale, press down. Resist and pull the fingers back up slowly, slowly, slowly. You never want to come past the 90, so press down and resist and hit a 90 wall right there. Boom. Good. And press down. You never want to pull the hands too far in. It can't come past 90 or it's a compensation. You've got one more. Good. Resist back to the 90. Excellent. Open your arms up east to west, left to right. Thumbs point to the ceiling. Don't let those arms come past the shoulder blocks. Inhale. Exhale, T-press into your hips and open slowly, slowly, slowly. Good. Press into your hips and open slowly like angel wings, slowly, slowly. We only do 3 of these in fundamental because they're hard, they're challenging, and you start to fatigue. Now, drag the arms all the way back up to 90. Arm circles. Press all the way down. Flip the palms in to face your thighs. Open up those angel wings. Circle all the way up, but circle at the 90 and press down. You have 3 arm circles in that modality. Open, hit the 90, press down, flip the palms, open, circle, stay down here. Opposite. Drag the arms all the way up. Circle, use those angel wings. T-press, push into your thighs, into your side body. You have 3 circles in this direction. Good. I hope we can see. Maybe that's better. Good. Take the arms up to the 90 and bend the elbows. I want you to take the straps into your right hand, if you're right-handed. Left hand if you're left-handed. So again, in classical, there's always things, right? The way you're going to get your feet in the straps are you bunny ear those things. Maybe we can see it this way. That's nicer. Well, I just want to see your hands. I'm sorry. It is what it is. So When you have your straps, I'm going to take yours. You want to take 3-finger, think a 3-toed sloth, and you want to hook it into and in between the straps so that you get bunny ears. You would pull with your right hand, engage your core, tilt the pelvis, and slide both feet into the straps. You never rig up any other way, right? So, I mean, in classes like that are contemporary, anyone can put their foot in any ways. As a teacher for classical, it is a safety fail if you have a brand new student and you don't put your foot on the carriage to give them some space. That's why we wear shoes in classical, because we're constantly doing safety checks. So right now, bring your knees in a tabletop, tilt your pelvis a little, and try and pull on those ropes and slide both feet same time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Yeah. I know it's your first time.
I'm like, what the hell is
Like, what is she doing?
Like BDSM shit.
True. All right, lengthen your legs all the way up to the sky. Now,
Yeah, like this.
that's it.
That's the way or something.
And you're on 2 reds. So listen, when the legs are up to the sky, you've got to keep a 90-degree angle, because what's going to happen is those legs will want to go where? The lines of pull, right? The lines of pull want to pull you back towards the wall. You're not going to let them. Zip the feet together and just feel a nice stretch down the back of the legs. So you can come a little bit more forward to 90 degrees. We're right there. Good. Tailbone stays down. It's full of cement. Okay? We are going frog, 2-leg circle. Heels together, toes apart. Bend the knees in towards the face. In fundamentals, your heels aim for the high 45 where the ceiling meets the wall. So lengthen the legs away slowly, and in. You have 8 frog in total. It is supposed to come, push all the way out to the high 45. It is supposed to come from the primary powerhouse hidden angle. Push, that's it, better. And pull in, and push again, that's better. It is supposed to come from where the pubic bone rises up to the belly button. What happens in frog is that often we are pushing through from the thigh. I'm going to show you hands-on cues to get your clients into the abs. Okay, but for right now, you just got to learn the repertoire. Heels are hugged. You have $1 million bill between the heels, and if you drop it on the springs, it's gone. You don't get the rest of course. I'm out of here. No, I'd split with you. We'd all go eat a nice meal. We'd all go spend $500 each. Good. Go for one more. All the way up. Bend the knees all the way in. Lengthen the legs up to the sky, up to the 90. Zip the feet together. In fundamentals, we don't do circles. Why? What do you think, Sandra? Why wouldn't we just start to circle out?
Well, they probably don't have like the hip mobility and the control to do it.
Absolutely. And you'll learn on course in classical, we move from control to challenge, not the opposite. Contemporary will just throw challenge. A ball and a weight and a whistle and a whip and a then and a jingle bells. In classical, I need to see the control first, and then I'm going to challenge you. But I might not challenge you with a prop. Right? So, flex the feet. Only open up as wide as your hips. And you're going to drag those heels down to the foot bar. Zip the feet together. Keep the flexion all the way up. Open up as wide as the hips. Drag down. Zip together and flex up. Open as wide as the hips. Drag the heels down together. Zip the legs and stay low. So stay right over the foot bar. So we're going to keep them in parallel. Yeah, we're just in the flexion. Open up as wide as the hips. Drag the heels all the way up the center line. Zip the legs together. Press down. Open. Lift. Close. You have one more. When you have feet in straps, you are looking for symmetry and fluidity. And zip the feet together. Now, this is not part of classical fundamental, but I do it in almost every class. After you pass your exam, you can too. I'm teaching it to you now. It is contemporary, but I love it. I love it for so many reasons. We'll lecture about it. I always include it, almost always, when you're doing your feet in strap series, which is what you're into. You are feet in straps. It is a series. It's called paint. Point the toes and drag a pointed toe down towards the foot bar. When you get right above it, flex the heck out of the feet and drag flexed feet up. Point down to flex up. Keep the hands nice and long on the carriage. Point down to flex up. We point to flex. Take the legs all the way up to the side. Bend the knees towards the face. We are going to learn a dismount. Some of you know it, some of you don't. Slide your hands on top of your feet in the strap at the same time. Thumbs will come on the outside. What we do to dismount is we would slide the hands to a straight arm position, pull the heels out, and be in a tabletop position with arms and straps. Very nicely done. That's all I'm going to teach right now. Recap. Toes, hundreds. Supine arm series, feet in straps. That is almost half of your foundational repertoire, or fundamental. How I cued it, how I sequenced it was clean, classical. You can see that there's no pulses, all of my flow was classical flow, right? Now put your straps on the hooks, and we are going to go over the apparatus, and then we're going to get into our manuals, and then you will be teaching those things today. Cool. Cool beans. And then hopefully our friends that are not with us, that worked out okay.